I didn't know anything about mental illness. And my son was just finishing high school. And of course, at that point in time, the plan was, where are you going to university?
Yeah.
Like, come on, you got to get with it. Sit down in front of the computer, go through all the process. I knew you had to get on the website and apply to, the central processing thing. And he wasn't taking the lead on anything. And I noticed some behaviors that just didn't seem right, He didn't seem motivated. He wasn't kind of taking charge. And the behaviors kept going. He finished school. All his friends, went on. And so he decided to go to work. And I helped him get a job at a car wash. And his boss, who was a friend of mine, was saying, something's wrong with, he's not connecting with his coworkers. And I took him to see a psychologist. The psychologist said, I think there's some kind of organic problem. You better go see your family doctor and get a referral to a GP or a psychiatrist. We did that. Within half an hour, the psychiatrist said, your son has schizophrenia. And within about, I'd say, we were going back and forth to see the doctor. He was being treated as an outpatient. He became more ill over a period of time. He got admitted, and that was the beginning. And he was here for a year, and then he was in the STEP program. And that, kind of saved our lives in terms of stabilizing the home life and all that, because he's got a sister, and it was just, we knew where he was being treated, and he was safe and all that kind of thing. So he was eventually discharged, and he lived at Petrie House for about a year, and then he started to relapse. And he's back here again now. He's in PRA, and he's been there for over a year now. And they're waiting to find a place to discharge him to, probably McKay House in Whitby, because he needs more supervision. So in the meantime, while all of this was going on, of course, they told us, you have to watch out because, for the general population, it's 1 out of 100 that this can happen to. Because there's a sibling involved, the odds become 1 out of 10 for her. And she was in her 3rd year at Trent. So 2 years ago, while all of this was going on, she had a psychotic episode while she was going to university. She was hospitalized in Peterborough for 2 months, and then she got transferred here, and she was in STEP for about 6 months. Prognosis for her is really good. For him, it's not so good. And that's where we're at. I'd say going through all that, personally, those were the darkest days of my whole life, having to deal with that, because you have expectations for your kids up here. They're going to go to university, they're going to do this, and you're going to get to do whatever you want at a certain point in time, right? And now I know how I'm spending my retirement, basically, is managing these situations. And the expectations go from university to, you got to learn how to look after yourself, because I won't be around forever to manage stuff for you, So we couldn't ask for a better facility. And it's right on our doorstep. I just, once again, just feel so grateful that we happen to live here, and that, if something like this had to happen, well, we're in the best place in Ontario for it to happen. When this kind of thing, it's just not one person that's involved, it's a whole family that's involved, and ultimately society at large. So it's no less important than any other physical illness. And it needs the same kind of attention. I feel like they saved us in a way, and so I kind of want to give back in that respect.
1 in 4 Canadians is affected by mental illness at some point in their lives. For more information about mental illness or Ontario Shores Centre for Mental Health Sciences, visit ontarioshores.ca.